call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta feel the tension. In my thoughts.
Best texture you've ever texted. I'm gonna see Jonathan, right, and make that connection point.
Welcome back, everybody. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video. Today we are going to be going over a couple of things. There's recent news that has come out that Jonathan Taylor has been able to seek a trade. The Colts were saying that they were going to hold on to him, but now they have allowed him to try and find a trade partner. And a recent thing came out is that the Miami Dolphins might be a suitor for Jonathan Taylor. And I'm going to discuss it right now. We'll give you the opinion at the end of it. And really what we're going to try and see, obviously I think everybody knows that I like Dalvin Cook, but I also didn't really want him to come to the team. I liked our running backs as they were. But right now, as it is, Jeff Wilson is injured. We'll go over this later in the video, but Devon Achane is injured. Raheem Mostert, off and on, usually gets injured. Devon Achane is like, off and on injured, and Myles Gaskin is also injured. So, what we can kind of take from all of that is that our running backs are injured. And, I like our running back room a lot. I think it's a good running back room. I think it has solid parts to it. Mostert is probably my favorite out of all of them. I think Mostert just gets 5-6 yards every time he touches the ball. And I think he can be a stand-up workhorse back. But it's the times in January and, in December that we're going to be talking about here. And the thing is Mostert usually gets injured around those times. With Jonathan Taylor. Now, of course, first round pick, I'm not giving that up for him. That's ridiculous. I don't think that we need to do something like that. I think it's okay to just say, hey, not a first round pick worthy. I don't think anyone's going to give up a first round pick for Jonathan Taylor. But if you really consider, so Emmanuel Ogbah hasn't really been doing, he hasn't really made too many moves in this offseason. I thought he would have been a lot better, but we're not really hearing too much about Emmanuel Ogbah. And who we are hearing about is Mitchell Agood. Mitchell Agood is definitely stepping up. He is getting sacks every single training camp. And the thing is that, Emmanuel Ogbah's salary, it's a ton of our cap space. I think it's close to like $9 million or something like that, or maybe even more. I have to check it fully. But he has a chunk of our cap space on his contract. So if you think about it, maybe Cedric Wilson too. Also Jeff Wilson, because Jeff Wilson is injured, and I'll make another video on this too. I think Chris Brooks is really stepping up to be the role that Jeff Wilson's supposed to be, but is just too injured to do it. So I think if you want to kind of come up with a trade scenario, we could possibly do something like, I don't know, I'd say a third, maybe next year's third as well. And then you put in Emmanuel Ogbah, Jeff Wilson, and or Cedric Wilson, depending on what you want to do. And then on top of that, what you really can see is that a lot of those players take up a decent amount of cap space. So what can happen then is that you give up a couple of later round picks. Of course, I don't want to give up first or second for Jonathan Taylor. I think Devon Achane is going to be good. I think Mostert can handle the load. And I also think that we are going to wait until that cut period on the 29th to see who is available. Because again, we still have Leonard Fournette out there. You still have Kareem Hunt. There's still those players. But you clear up cap space from players that you're probably going to clear up next year anyways. And you get, I would put him, top 1 best running backs in the league. And he's 24. That's the difference between Dalvin Cook and him. That's why I kind of enjoy Jonathan Taylor, obviously. And I was saying with Josh Jacobs too, is that you get one of the younger top running backs in this league. That's different. Dalvin Cook is a little bit older, you know. So the thing is, running backs don't last as long as most other players. Dalvin Cook's a little bit older than most of the other running backs, but this guy is 24. But again, I'm not giving up a first round, you know, whatever the hell they're asking for. Not doing that. It's definitely just going to be, for me, max third rounder, a couple of players. You can solidify the rest of your team and some picks for Jonathan Taylor, because it is a running back, and he's a running back that is coming off of an injury. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he just had the greatest year. He's coming off of like a down year and an injury. You know, I'm not giving up first or second for him. I think third, and then a bunch of players, and we can do something like that. Jeff Wilson, you know, Emmanuel Ogbah, and you get Cedric Wilson. You get multiple players. So that's what I would do. Not saying that they're going to do that, but we'll see what happens. But I would say that would be my trade if I was going to do something like that, if I was going to trade for Jonathan Taylor. Because it would be a great running back to have. But again, you don't want to give up the squad for, you know, the future for a running back right now. Because again, you know, it's like you don't even know what Devon Achane. I mean, Devon Achane could turn out to be another great running back. You know, you could have a great year from Mostert. He almost had 1,000 yards last year. So not giving up the house for Jonathan Taylor. But if they take a reasonable trade, sure, I think we can do something like that. But on to the next thing. So we lucked out. Devon Achane is week to week. So they're probably just going to hold him out for the next preseason game and wait till the start of the season. We got very lucky that MRI, there's nothing serious. He's okay. You know, it's just one of those things. I think somebody fell on him or something like that. But, you know, that's one of the reasons why I think when this cut happens, we're getting another running back, because our running backs get injured too much. But luckily, you know, Devon Achane is going to be more used in the passing game, I think, than running the ball. But again, you know, that's the thing, that he needs to put on some more weight, because we can't already have him getting injured, you know, and that was probably the key that I had when we were drafting him, because he's too small. You know, and that's the thing. It's like 2 preseason games, he's already getting injured. And the thing is I think it was a different play. I don't know if it was the same play, but there was a play where he got slammed down. I don't know if that was the play that did it. I don't think it was, because I think he came in later, or if it just started it and then somebody else hit him. But we got to have a running back that stays on the field, man, because you got to consider last December, our running backs just couldn't stay on the field. Jeff Wilson was injured. Mostert was injured. Basically, we're running with like Salvon Ahmed, and you know, at one point, can't have that. We gotta stay healthy. But yeah, just wanted to make a quick video updating on Devon Achane's health. We got lucky. He will be fine for the regular season. He will be okay. And Jonathan Taylor's out there, man. So we'll see what happens. But as always, hope you have a great rest of your day. Fins up, baby. Peace.